Hey guys, this is Gary Simmons, Little G Outdoors. Going to do a review of my backpack and everything in it. I've already done a review of the pack itself. If you want to see that video, I'll have a link to that you can click on and just see the review of just the bag itself. But I'm going to go ahead and do a review on everything that I carry in the bag, and there might be some things I take out of here. So, open this outside pocket here. I got a yo-yo reel in there that I carry, for fishing or something like that. I've got a frog gig in there that I just made a little homemade sheath for it. So if I go fishing, I can also gig some frogs. Like I said, this is my camping, hiking bag. So I've got a Lansky's sharpening puck in there for sharpening my axe or whatever. Could even sharpen my knife on this smooth side. Got a little strop that I made for sharpening my knives. I usually don't use that on my axe. And then I've got a little like a diamond rod here that I use. And it's also got a spot on it to sharpen hooks, so that comes in kind of handy. And it also comes apart. I can use it for like a serrated blade, serrations, which I usually don't carry those. I'm not too particularly fond of them. Then I'll open this pocket here, and this is about a 75-100 foot roll of bank line. This is some Gorilla Tape in a 1-inch size, so instead of having a big roll, I can just use this 1-inch roll and have that in there to put on a tarp or something like that. I've got some odd and end pieces of paracord, in case I need to make a little toggle for hanging a pot, Like this one right here is plenty long enough for that. I wouldn't have to cut any of my cordage or anything. I usually just get odd and end pieces, if I think they're long enough to use for something, I'll keep them in here. I got a little candle, beeswax candle that I made. I can take that out of here. It's just got one wick in it there. And I actually used this little tin here that I got from a fabric store, is what I made the candle in. And it's just got a piece of beeswax in it that I just keep in there. And then if I want to hang this candle up, I'll take that out, put this in, and then I can hang it up in, say, a super shelter or something like that if I wanted to do that. And I carry me some fat wood in here, and I got some cotton wrapped around it, and I can use that for a char cloth if I had to. I just hold it all together with some paracord. But there's a couple pieces, several pieces of fat wood in there, so that'll last a long time. And then I've got another piece of paracord here, and this is the one I usually use for my ridge line for my tarps and stuff like that, instead of this one. And then in here I've got my fire kit, and I'll do a separate video on this fire kit here, all the contents in it, then you guys can go watch it. And then I carry a couple of these Mylar blankets, mostly for doing super shelters. And then I carry some old pieces of bark that have had, it's actually from pine that I boiled the sap off of it, and it still had sap on it, mixed in, churned in with the bark, and I just put it in a bag, sort of as a fire extender, and I just keep it in with my fire kit. Put it down here, it's got a hole in my bag. And then that's everything in this pocket. And then I carry some Germ-X there for when I'm cooking or something like that, Open this pocket here on the side, and then I've got a Ozark Trail first aid kit. It's got the belt loops, so you can put it on your belt, just carry it like that if you want it. But I usually just stuff it in that pocket, and it's got the basic stuff in there, and I can do a review of that. And my other pocket, I don't believe, I got a Bear Grylls knife that I've been wanting to test this out. Every time I go, I keep forgetting that it's in my bag, but I'm going to do a review of this too. I'll just carry it in there so I can do a review of it. Heard a lot of good, a lot of bad about that, so we will see, hopefully in a video soon. And then I'll just unbuckle my snaps here. Go ahead and take that off. But there's a pocket on the top here, and that's where I keep all my food. Beef jerky, add water only type food, you know, ramen noodles, mashed potatoes, stuff like that. And I also carry a fork, some fish mouth spreaders, and I believe there's a spoon or something in there, an extra fork, you know. Usually go camping with my wife, so I try to bring extra utensils. Flip the top of the bag up, spin it around, and you can actually take this part off if you want to. Open this, and then I've got the Sawyer water filter system in here. I just keep it tucked in there. Spin the bag back around. Carry a pair of welding gloves in my bag, you know, for getting firewood, cooking around the fire. You know, the handles get hot sometimes, so carry that. I carry this tomahawk holder or carrier. Goes on your belt, and then your tomahawk just hangs in here. And I usually put it on my belt when I'm around camp or something. So my tomahawk's right there close by. Carry some wet wipes for toilet paper, or you can use it for wiping your hands down and cleaning your hands. Got some 36 bank line that I carry in here, and I use this for darn near everything. I've got a flask full of cooking oil in here, and I thought that was kind of neat, you know. Got a hammock that my wife actually won from Tribe Provisions, and she won it for me, and it's pretty nice. I've used it several times, and I'll do a video on it this summer, hopefully, when the weather gets better. That's why I'm inside right now, because the weather's pretty bad. And let's see, I've got a cold steel tomahawk here. And I've taken the screw out of mine. I've cut the handle down to about 17 inches. I put some Wilson hockey tape on the handle here, and then I just took a little bit of black tape. You can't hardly see it. I think it blends in pretty good. And taped the edges so it wouldn't fray back off. And then I took all the, comes with black coating paint on it, and I stripped it all off with a sander and everything. And sharpened it. It wasn't too god-awful sharp when I got it. And then I did all the burning on the handle, you know, by hand. Pretty much made it my own. And it came with a really crappy sheath, so I went on Amazon and found a sheath for it. The cold steel pipe hawk sheath, and I think it was 10 or 15 bucks, and I went ahead and got that. Put that on there, and I usually carry that in my bag, so I'll have something to, you know, cut up around camp, you know. I have something to cut my firewood up and stuff. This is just another one of the belt holders for my tomahawk here for around camp. Carry the Zebra bush pot. That's got the plate in the top of it. And then I carry tea and sugar in there. Carry a mess kit that my wife got me. I'm not sure what brand it is, but it's got two pans and 2 bowls, and then it's got some cups and stuff like that in there. I'll do a review of this by itself later. separate review. And then that's almost it for this. I've got a repair kit in here with some needles and thread and some cotton patches, and then I carry some bigger cotton canvas, actually, in there. And then I just carry my fishing kit right in the bottom, and it fits right flat in the bottom. So, and then that's all I carry in that pocket. And then down here on the bottom, open this up here. This is the bulk weight of it. I carry my Willow Bend trail tent. It's a 2-person tent. I carry that in there. And then I've got 4 stakes, some bank line, and a 55-gallon drum liner that I carry in there. And then the pockets here around the waist strap, I carry a headlamp in here, it's an Ozark Trail one. And then on this side, I carry some UCO stormproof matches, which I've done a review on those, and you can watch it. And then I carry a compass. So, pretty basic, not too crazy of a kit, but that's mine, and that's usually everything, you know, I use when I go camping.
That's all, folks.
So,